What if I told you there was 3 things that would solve all of your arguments? Would you be interested in that? So I've been studying recently something called the Solomon paradox. And if you remember the old story in the Bible about Solomon, one of the wisest kings to ever walk the earth, he was incredible at giving others advice. His wisdom was unmatched for his time, and really to this day, we still look back to the wisdom that he shared with the world, and we marvel at it. Now, it's wild that someone so wise at giving advice to others had a hard time controlling himself. And that's what we learn about in the book Chatter, and what I've been studying here recently, that we have negative thoughts. Our brain is wired to produce negative thoughts. When we leave those negative thoughts unchecked, they will run wild, and we will make poor decisions because of that. We'll be emotional, we'll be irrational, and we'll be reactive. So how does this come into play in an argument with another person? Well, it comes down to how you're viewing the problem. Are you immersed and have a narrow view, or do you have this big picture, broad view of the situation? When you are looking at it in an immersed or a narrow perspective, you're going to mirror the other person. So if they're calm, you're going to be calm. If they raise their voice, you're going to raise your voice. Because you're so caught up in the moment emotionally, and with that narrow focus, you reciprocate what you experience, and that narrows your ability to compromise. Now, when you take a big picture view of the situation, when you can see both sides and you can create a constructive story from either side, why they're acting the way they are, even when the other side starts to raise their voice or get more emotional or aggressive, because you have that big picture view of things, you're going to remain calm, and you can be more constructive with your story, and you'll be more willing to compromise. So there's 3 things that we can do to control that negative chatter in our mind and make sure that we're always taking a broad approach at things. And the first one is get some distance. Kind of step away from the problem and address the problem as if you were a mentor advising yourself. And when you take that mentor approach to helping yourself solve the problem, again, you're going to see both sides, and you're going to be more effective about creating an outcome that's more of a win-win. Second, you got to rise above it and look more into the future. Everything in the moment is emotional. Everything in the moment is important. Everything in the moment is urgent. But if you can project this problem into the future, if you can think maybe a day from now or a week from now or a year or 5 years, whatever you need to get a time horizon that allows you to bring more wisdom to the situation, to know that this is a problem of the moment, not something that's going to bother us a year from now, that again will calm your nerves, it'll calm your emotions down and give you the ability to take a wise approach to it. And then the third thing is reframe the problem as an opportunity. You know, it's a little bit of adversity, and more times than not, constructive people grow through adversity. Our relationship could get closer because of this adversity. This adversity in my day-to-day work will make me a better employee or better leader in the future. And so if we can reframe the problem into an opportunity, if we can give ourselves grace in this moment to learn from this, if we can be constructive, we'll be excited to solve the problem, and not only solve the problem, but use it to make us better in the future. So steady leaders don't run away from negative thoughts. We use negative thoughts. We channel them. We use them for what they're worth, and then we quickly reframe our mindset. We quickly change our perspective, and we bring wisdom to the situation so that we can always respond and not react. And that's what leaders do. They find the clarity in times of chaos, and they use constructive thinking, putting themselves in a position to win. So let me ask you one question. What's a mindset shift that you can do today to bring more clarity into your leadership? Hey, I'd love to hear your thoughts to that question. Why don't you comment below, and of course, like and subscribe to our channel.